COVID-19, inflationary concerns, policy tightening, and IPOs. These words can largely sum up the roller coaster year that 2021 was for equity markets. Despite a brief period of slowdown in the economic activity owing to partial lockdown in early part of the year, equity markets staged an imperial rally in 2021. The Sensex hit a record high of 62,245 on October 19, while the Nifty 50 index claimed a lifetime high of 18,604. The market cap of all listed companies grew about $1 trillion during the year to as much as $3.56 trillion, with India almost breaking into the elite top 5 club in terms of market cap. Manish Jain, who is fund manager at Ambit Asset Management, sums up 2021 for us. Listen in.
Performance of 2021 can be at best summarized as topsy-turvy roller coaster, if I may say so. What started off on a very strong note, when we were coming out of the first wave, the travel tourism sector had taken over, multiplexes were about to open, the malls had opened up, the economy was going strong. 2022 looked like it was going to be the year for India. 11.5% estimate of GDP growth rate. We were going to be the fastest growing economy in the world. Everything was going right, and it was like a blink and you miss it kind of a rally. The whole movement from 10,000 Nifty to 14,500 Nifty happened in a matter of couple of months before something equally unexpected hit us, which was the second pandemic wave. The market correction was a little short-lived. It was just about a couple of weeks, 1,500 odd points or thereabouts. And since then, it has been a very steady and a very long run where FII's flows have been positive, DII flows have been positive, mutual funds have been buyers, the IPO pipelines have been very, very strong. And right up till the middle of November, the Indian equity markets continue to go really, really strong.
That apart, slowdown in China, chip shortages, crude oil price rise, commodity inflation, and global central banks turning hawkish were some of the global factors that shaped the markets this year, he says. This blink and miss rally was largely supported by MFs and retail investors. As per data compiled by HDFC Securities, India had about 77 million Demat accounts at the end of November this year, while SIP accounts at the end of the previous month was 48 million. There were about 29 million active broking clients and about 117 million mutual fund folios. Total equity mutual fund asset under management stood at 1,320 billion rupees. Ajit Mishra, VP Research at Religare Broking, attributes this stunning participation in equities to lack of other investment avenues.
To start with, we were hit by the deadly second wave, which derailed the economic recovery. And then in the following month, the markets were struggling with the inflation. And lastly, we are again seeing this, the new COVID variant hitting the Indian shores. So amid all the challenges, the equity markets have performed exceptionally well. We have generated a return of over 18% so far. Besides the market resilience, we feel the increased participation from the retail investor was another key highlight which we saw in 2021. And initially we saw an uptick in the retail participation in 2020 during the first wave, and the markets were not sure that whether this trend is going to continue in 2021 as well. But with the lack of avenues for investment and the knowledge part also played a critical role, as people come to know that without equity participation it's very difficult to beat inflation. So that also helped to increase or maintain the retail participation. And the data shows phenomenal growth of over 50% on YOY basis.
And not just secondary market, retail and FPI activity was remarkable in the primary markets this year.
In line with the secondary market, the retail participation was remained strong thanks to the phenomenal listing gains. However, with the recent correction and a few subdued listings, they are now approaching the markets, primary markets selectively. But overall, we expect the buoyancy to continue, keeping in mind the the list of IPOs which are lined up ahead.
So what would be the one key takeaway that investors should draw from 2021 and take into next year?
I think one is the fact that it is always going to be a roller coaster ride. It is always going to be a cycle. Nothing is really ever structural. So as an investor, what you need to do is to understand how to time the exits more accurately rather than the entries. Second lesson for me is cyclicality is always going to be inherent. Nothing that goes up will always keep going up. What goes up will always come down. So invest in quality stocks, invest in good and clean stocks, invest in what are proverbial coffee can stocks, which will give you structural, long-term growth in your portfolio. You will make wealth, create wealth through the power of compounding.
And as we enter the last week of 2021, monthly F&O expiry of December series and listing of HP Adhesives, Supriya Life Sciences and CMS Infosystem will be the key events this week. On the bourses, the Nifty may trade within a 900-point range of 16,300 to 17,400. The Sensex, on the other hand, may trade between 55,600 and 58,700.
If you like this video, share it and subscribe to Business Standard. For more news, views and insights, log on to www.business-standard.com. Do also follow us on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Telegram and LinkedIn.